I'm Jeff Strang, editor of Trader Boat magazine, and today, this glorious day, we're in Pittwater. Behind me is Hungry Bay. I think that's a bit unfairly named. It's absolutely gorgeous bay, is what it really should be called. Today we're on board the Prestige 550. It's a new release for 2013. It's Prestige, for those of you who don't know, is the glamour end, the total glamour end actually, of the Jeanneau boat building company, which is based in France. This is hull number one. It's the first boat, the first Prestige 550 they've built. It's come to Australia. We've got a delighted owner on board. He's been given the royal treatment by the company there in France. Great story to tell. Beautiful boat. We're loving the day. Better crack a beer pretty soon, I guess. Look, enjoy. Prestige 550. We'll give you a bit of a guided tour shortly.
We saw the Prestige 500 at the 2011 boat show in Sydney, and I saw that it had a lot of potential, but I'd only come to see the boat by myself. And I went home that night, Friday night, and told the wife about it, and said, you really would be great if you could come down and have a look at it. So she came down on a Saturday morning, and she absolutely fell in love with the boat. I didn't have to do anything in terms of trying to sell her the idea.
When Tom came back to the boat show with his wife Karen, we were able to get the factory involved. The representatives from the factory were there, and we were able to talk to them there about the design of the 55, which seemed to sort of spark their interest at the time. And then in the following months, as various information came to light, we were able to take them to a VIP launch weekend over in France, which was an amazing experience.
And we didn't need a second invitation. We were really thrilled to be able to go to France. It became a holiday in Europe. And we flew into Paris, we caught the train to Nantes, and then they picked us up at Nantes and they took us to this magnificent chateau, which was just outstanding. It was winter time, so it was cold and wet and rainy, but it was just fabulous. And then they took us to the factory, which was just an amazing experience. The factory is enormous. You need a small vehicle to get around.
Got them interested in the boat, got to be able to show them through the boat, but also able to show them through the factory, meet the people who are going to build it, and meet the company as a whole. It's a substantial amount of money, and they wanted to be sort of sure as to who they were spending it with. And
then they took us into where they built the actual Prestige, and 30 of the 500s had just come off the line, and they were all lined up. It was wow. And then out came the 550 there. It was stood on this card stand. It was stunning. We just fell in love with it, and there was no second thought. We transferred the money there and then, we transferred the deposit there and then, and we had a boat.
So one of the things that I really like about the Prestige 550 is that the entry to the master cabin is at the rear of the boat, at the rear of the saloon. I first noticed it on the Prestige 500 that we looked at last year. Really got my attention then. On this boat, with it being bigger and broader, it's better again, to be honest. The beauty of it is that it really gives some isolation from the rest of the boat for the master and his queen. It's just lovely, quiet, secluded, kind of a real tranquil spot. What I like about this is just it's very, very beamy. So you've got the full double bed in the middle. Also, these huge panoramic windows here, they really do bring the outdoors inside, which is, we always love to see that. There's a kind of a recess, or if you like, a drop in the floor down here, which gives it plenty of head height. In the 500, this is quite a bit smaller, and what I've noticed in the 550 is that it's just a bit bigger, and it gives you that extra sense of space and head height, and just no sense of claustrophobia at all. Obviously, it's beautifully lit. Beautiful shower in there. Great head, vanity unit. Come right through to here. We've got a walk-in wardrobe. I mean, seriously, a walk-in wardrobe on a boat. Yeah, master cabin on the Prestige 550. I love it. I love the separate entry. I think that really creates a sense of isolation. Nice and secluded, away from everybody else and everything else on the boat. Great little tranquil spot on this boat.
She fell in love with the cabin. She fell in love with the fact that the galley's upstairs, and the real thing was that the main cabin was separated from the other cabins. So if you got a party on board, the people would go down and use the forward cabins and not use ours. That was fabulous. The next thing was the space. There was so much space. The service all round has just been outstanding. From meeting Matt here in Sydney, Matt's attitude is a relaxed, can-do attitude. Nothing's too much trouble, and nobody gets excited. I mean, we've asked for lots of things on this boat that I don't suppose anybody would normally ask for, and it's just happened, and it's happened seamlessly. The people in France were absolutely wonderful to us. The Asian representative, Paul Blanc, he's an absolute gem, and we look forward to him coming out here to Australia and joining us on the boat so that we can give back something of what they gave us. You know, it's been wonderful.
Look, this is the stuff I love about my job. Here we are, absolutely beautiful boat, first one of its type in the country. Beautiful location up Water Harbour. This is a company that knows how to treat you like royalty, and what I can say is my experience in dealing with the guys that are the agency holders here in Australia, in the case of this one today, Matt Willett Marine and the Split in Sydney there, just fantastic people to deal with. Great after sales service, friendly, it just couldn't be easier. This is a beautiful boat, it's a very easy boat to use, it's a very comfortable boat. Look, I think it warrants a place amongst the better boats in this class in Australia at the moment. I loved it. I hope you will too.